Hello students, I hope you all are doing good. So next we will start up with the topic trigonometric functions. Till last class you have done the degree, radian, what all. See, just remember it, degrees we are giving or we will tell it, okay. Like if I tell 360 degrees, see I am notating it, 0 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, I am just noting it. For radian, if everything is in pi, 2 pi, pi by 2, this is called as radian. Just simple, you just note it down. That if you are not understanding in detail what, just to note it down. Radian means it will be simple, and degrees means you are mentioning it by adding here 0. That's it. And everything with the pi's which it lies, it is a radian, because if you go to a number line, you have in degrees also angle and your radian also. Here we have 0, pi by 2, then this is pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Yes, like this. This all you tell it as radian. Along with that you will be having degrees, right? Pi by 2 means what? In degree it is 90 degree. Simple, just that's it. Don't go in very detailed form if you don't understand. Now next we are heading towards trigonometric functions. So in your last class, in your previous sections, that is your 10th, you have studied about trigonometric ratios. It is the same, just here you can tell it is qualified for trigonometric functions type. Like as you have qualified from 10th to first year, in the same way it will be. It is similar. So now in your trigonometric functions, function means what? F of x, suppose it is f of x is x plus 4. Now if I put x is equal to 1, f of x, what you'll get? 5, right? So function is what? Like if you're inputting some value, you'll get output some value. So simple function is that you are giving some value of x, and in return you are getting one value of whole f of x, or you can tell it as a y. Okay, just that's it. So in your f of x we have what? Sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, sec x, cosec x, you have all that. So we will I'll just show you sin x and cos x. You will other thing like your tan x, your cot x, your sec x, your cosec x, this all you can understand. Okay, just simple, not much in detail, but you should know all this. Now suppose number line, I have drawn a circle, unit circle you can consider, and at any point take this point as cos x sin x. Okay, at any point it's making an angle x. So you see how the x, it's moving from your smallest angle of x is what? Your 0, right? Smallest angle of x is 0 degree, you can take cos 0. So how the x value will be increasing from here, even the f of x value gets on increasing. Like see here, x axis, y axis. So the same way, now you can see your cos x and sin x, what it will basically see here. If you draw a triangle, you make it a triangle, this is your cos x, right? Your cos x is what? Base by hypotenuse, and your sin x will be perpendicular hypotenuse. So basically this is cos x and this is sin x. So you can see you'll get for both angle, for cos x and sin x, everywhere. Okay, so you can see as the point moves, the x values also will be moving, and here it comes and stop at the end, right? This is also like your 2 pi radian. So you can see x when it moves from 0 to 2 pi, okay, when the point moves, even x values moves. Okay, it will be getting unique values. So you can tell for the unique values of x, okay, we have unique values of cos x and sin x, because for every quadrant or every angles, whenever your x is moving, you will be getting triangle, right? Here also if you do, here also some angle you will get, even here. So there will be some base and height, we call it height, right? Base is our cos x and our height is sin x. So you can tell for unique x there is corresponding unique cos x and unique sin x. This is just a simple definition of your cos x and your sin x. Now considering same circle, your it is what, a unit circle, right? Because it is radius is 1 unit only, everything 1 unit we are considering. So what we have done, we have taken any point of a cos x, sin x, and it will be angles. So see here, from here 0 if it is moving, here your angle will be what, cos 0 sin 0. It is moving up to here till here, means here it is what, radian pi by 2. So it will be cos pi by 2 sin pi by 2. Up to here means cos pi sin pi. Same if it comes here, it will be cos 3 pi by 2 sin 3 pi by 2. And again if it goes here, it is 2 pi, right? End at 2 pi, so cos 2 pi sin 2 pi. So as you can see, your units are 1 only. So it coordinates how it becomes. When it comes here, here x axis is 1 unit, right? So this point, just a second. So here you can see your 0 and 2 pi, it lies here only, right? Both also lie at one point, means 0 and your 2 pi lies only on positive axis, right? Only on positive axis, you can tell. So whenever now the coordinates, see it is 1 unit only, this is also 1 unit, this is also 1 unit, this is also 1 unit. When you are taking this is x coordinate, yes, your coordinate of x will be 1, but your y axis will be 0. So at sin 0, at cos 0 sin 0, and even at cos 2 pi sin 2 pi, your coordinates will be what, 1, 0. So you can see, right, this is 1 unit, right? And here if you come at pi by 2, it will be 0, 1, because your x axis will be 0 but your y will be 1. And this side it will be what, minus 1, 0, right? Because negative side, this is negative, this is positive, positive, negative, yes, your number line. And here if you come 3 pi by 2, it will be what, 0, minus 1. So here you can see you have got the coordinates here. Cos 0 is 1, if your cos 0 is 1, and cos 2 pi is also 1, sin 0 is 0, sin 2 pi is also 0. Okay, just everything is messed up, there's no much space, so please just concentrate properly what I am telling. Here cos pi by 2 is 0, sin pi by 2 is 1, cos pi is minus 1, sin pi is 0, cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. Okay, we will just make a table so that it will be clear for you. So you see, your have taken in one table 0, 2 pi means it is lying on one section only, so you get at 1 only, right? At one part only. So you can see sin x, cos x have written. When it is 0, 1 coordinates only it will be, right? For sin, for cos 1 coordinate and sin 1 coordinate only it will be. So when your cos is 0, in your 0 to 2 pi, when your cos is 0 or your cos is 2 pi, you get what coordinate as 1, and your sin 0 and sin 2 pi you get as a 0. Check it properly, okay? And at pi by 2 you can see cos pi by 2 is 0, sin pi by 2 is 1. So 0, 1. Here you can see at cos pi it is minus 1, sin pi is 0. So cos pi is minus 1, sin pi is 0. And cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, 0. And same cos 2 pi and sin 2 pi you are getting the same, okay? This everything you note it down in notes itself, okay? Pause the video to note it down. This just angles, you just know it, how it has come, the coordinates, no need of going so deep. See, this was according your anti-clockwise, right? Like this we had gone, this was according to your anti-clockwise. So same if we go clockwise, like this, if we go here, see here it is 0, this only we consider 0, right? This will be 0. From here if you start, this is what your minus pi by 2, and if we go here, what we get, minus pi, and this section will be your minus 3 pi by 2, and if you come here you get here what, minus 2 pi. So this is your clockwise direction. So clockwise direction, how you will get the coordinates. So in this only I am making, you just make separate, okay, you make separate box, see. So from here you are starting, means this is your minus pi by 2. So in this case here it is minus pi by 2. Here if it is go, this is minus pi. This is your minus pi, okay. And here if it goes, becomes minus 3 pi by 2, right, minus 3 pi by 2. And again here it comes, it becomes minus 2 pi. See, 0 doesn't have any negative positive, so it remains the same. I've just written here only because the coordinates, you're understanding the coordinates what I'm telling, right? For this it is clockwise. See here you can see for your minus pi by 2 your sin x will be minus 1, cos x will be 0. For your minus pi your sin x will be 0, your cos x will be minus 1. For your minus 3 pi by 2 sin x will be 1, cos x will be 0, and for your minus 2 pi sin x will be 0, cos x will be 1. So this note it down the table. If you want you can note it down this, but note it down in your notes itself. For anti-clockwise you make separate box, and for clockwise you make separate box with the coordinates. See, for your degrees, this is your degrees, your radians remains the same. So whatever coordinates you get, these we were expressed in radians, right? These were expressed. So same in your degree, it remains the same coordinates. 0 degree it is 0 radian, 30 degree it is pi by 6 radian, 60 degree pi by 3 radian, 45 degree pi by 4 radian, 90 degree pi by 2 radian. So it remains the same, okay? Don't get confused. Please pause it down to note. Pause the video to note it down, students. Just make this table. Take down this note part. This all table and all I've shown you. Write it down in your clockwise, anti-clockwise, and take this everything, the note part whatever I have given you. You'll understand I have written in the sentences. Here you see your sin x is 0 if x is equal to 0 plus or minus pi, means both in clockwise or anti-clockwise, where your x be any integral multiple of x. Just pause the video to note it down, students. And your cos x will be 0 if x is equal to plus or minus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, odd multiples. Okay, that was even and this was your odd multiples. So in short I have written here. So sin x is equal to n pi, where n is any integer. Integer means what? So minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Cos x will be x equal to 2n plus pi of pi by 2. Yes, odd multiple of pi by 2. This is even multiple of pi it will be. So see here, for angle on x axis your sin x will be 0. For angle on y axis your cos x will be 0. This only, right? Cos x 0 when your angles will be on, see, pi by 2. Then when it comes here 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, when it comes here your cos x will be 0, and in place of your 0, your pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, your sin x will be 0. So that's what I've written. And same when you have for tan, cot, sec and cosec. See, sin, cos though we have shown for angle which it will be. Now tan is converted as sin by cos, right? And cos is odd multiple, this shouldn't be equal to 0. So you have written x is not equal to 2n plus pi by 2 of where for all n belongs to z. Even your cot is given by sin, cos and sin should not be equal to 0. 0 in the sense x is not equal to n pi. Same with sec x, same with cosec x. Okay. Now we'll see it's a domain and range. Just pause the video to note it down, students, everything. After this, make the table trigonometric functions values. Yes, the table it is in textbook. You can note it down. You have, right, for 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, same, just write in a radian. See this table, sin, cos, till tan only it is, you can take sec, cosec x, everything, full you can take it and accordingly you can write it. You have for 0, pi by 6, pi by 4, pi by 3, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. You can make 0 and 2 pi in one table only, the same table make it. Okay. After tan you make for cot, sec, cosec x, because it is just reciprocal of everything, right? Tan is what? Sin by cos you have to do. Sin by cos what you get, that will be here for pi by 6, pi by 4. So make it, write it, everyone. If you don't have textbook, this part only, just pause it to note it down. If you have textbook, well and good. Okay. Please make sure you write it. Your cot, sec and cosec, you know they are reciprocals only of these things. So you can do it. Cot is reciprocal of tan. Then your cosec is reciprocal of your sin, sec is reciprocal of your cos. So for every each value you can do, make full your table. Okay. Now we'll see signs of trigonometric functions. Like we have quadrants, right? First, second, third, fourth. We can call this as quadrant angles, we tell it. But as considering the same circle, see, we had taken any point x, cos x, sin x. See, you can see in your first quadrant, your cos x also was 0, your sin x also was 0, right? In this, your cos x was negative, sin x was, means x angle was positive. In this, both your x axis, y axis, both was negative. In this, your fourth quadrant, your x axis was positive and your y axis was negative. So as you can see from here, in this quadrant you can see your x is lying between pi to pi by 2, right? It is greater than 0, sorry, it is greater than 0, sorry, 0 to pi by 2 it is in your first quadrant, 0 to pi by 2, greater than 0 but less than pi by 2. In the second quadrant what it is greater than pi by 2 but less than pi. And here in your third quadrant it is what? It is greater than pi but less than 3 pi by 2. And in your fourth quadrant it will be what? It is greater than 3 pi by 2 and less than 2 pi. Yes, your x values in your radian forms. So here you can see your cos and your sin is positive in your first quadrant. So as you can see, tan is reciprocal of sin by cos. So tan also will be positive in this. Cot is reciprocal of tan, so that also will be positive. So in short, your cosec is reciprocal of sin and your sec is reciprocal of your cos. So in this quadrant, your all trigonometric functions are positive. When it is in first quadrant, your all trigonometric functions are positive. In your second quadrant, you see your sin x is positive, your cos x is negative. So sin x is positive means reciprocal of sin x is what? Cosec x, that is also positive. Your cos x is negative, so the reciprocal of cos, that is sec x, is negative. Now remains tan and cot. Tan is what? Sin by cos. So plus by minus will be minus only, so tan also will be negative. Reciprocal of tan, cot also will be negative. Okay. Same goes in your third quadrant. In your third quadrant, how it is? Sin x is negative, so your cosec x will be negative. Cosec is negative, so your sec x also will be negative. Tan x will be what? Tan x will be positive. Why? Sin by cos both is negative, negative, so it will be positive. Even cot also will be positive. So here only I'll write, there is no space. Your sin is negative means cosec is also negative. Cos is negative means sec is also negative. Only tan is positive and cot x is positive. In the same way, your fourth quadrant, see, cos is positive, so everything with cos will be positive. See, cos x is positive, so sec x will be positive. Sin x is negative means cosec x is negative. Now comes tan. Tan x is what? Sin by cos, so plus into plus by minus will be minus only, and cot x also will be negative. I hope you can see it. So this is your sign of trigonometric functions. In short, we will do one more table. So you can write like this to remember. See, in your first quadrant all are positive. In your second quadrant, only sine and related to sine terms are positive. In your third quadrant, tan and cot are positive, and in your fourth quadrant, cos and related to cos, that is sec, is positive. This is very important, you should remember it. Okay, just if you remember, in first quadrant was all positive means, okay, in second quadrant your sine and cosec will be positive, rest all will be negative. If you can write here others negative, then this also others negative, here also others negative. Okay, now we can see the domain and range of these functions. This also just you note it down. Sine of your minus x will be minus n x, because here when you make an angle here, okay, in your first quadrant, so along with that here also you can make, right? So this is positive axis means this will be your negative, right? This will be minus x. And here in your fourth quadrant you can see, if you get cos of minus x also, it will be a positive. Why? Because in this your cos is positive and related to that sec is also positive. So if you get cos of minus x, it will be equal to cos x, but if you get sine of minus x, it will be minus sine x. So just note it down because it will be helpful in problems. So now we will do domain and range of trigonometric functions. For f of x, there is no need of going deep. I'll just tell you what the domain and range will be of these functions. So the domain is R only, because whatever we consider real numbers, R is what? Real numbers, right? And our real numbers includes everything: natural, whole number, integers, rational. So a domain is real numbers. The range will be what? It lies between -1 to 1. Okay, if you consider like this, or any triangle, your positive side and negative side whole, it gets involved in your sin x, plus same with your cos x. So graphically, if you see your sin x at 0, it will be 0, and again pi by 2 it will be 1, pi it will be 0, 3 pi by 2 it will be -1, 2 pi it will be 0, like this, so on it will be going on. Even if a negative side, if you go at minus pi by 2, it will be -1, minus pi it will be 0, minus 3 pi by 2 it will be 1, and minus 2 pi it will be 0, like this only. Same for each graph that I won't do because that's not so important. Just I'll write the domain and range of everything. Okay, so you can see for cos x also your graph, for your pi by 2 it will be 1, right? At pi by 2 it will be 1, here it comes, pi it will be -1, okay, 3 pi by 2 it will be 0, again 2 pi it will be 1, 5 pi by 2 it will be 0. So same it goes here. Sorry, for minus pi by 2 it will be 0, for 0 it will be 1, minus pi by 2 0, again minus 3 pi by 2 it will be 0, for minus pi it will be -1. So like this it will be. So your sine and cos graph, just for your sum x axis it will be 0, and for some y axis it will be 1, just opposite of your sine is cos, and your range the same from your -1 to 1. For tan x and all, I'll not show you graph and all. Okay, tan x is given by sine by cos, but your cos, you know that it should not be equal to your odd multiple, so x is not equal to 2n pi plus by 2. So the domain will be what? All the real numbers except that odd numbers, whichever it lies. So we write minus of 2n plus 1 pi by 2, and your range will be everything, your real numbers. Same cot x, cos by sine, but your sine should not be equal to your n pi. So same we have written x is not equal to n pi, and your domain same as all real numbers but except that part, and range will be everything. Same goes with cosec and your sec. For cosec x will same 1 by sin x, but this should not be equal to your this n pi. So your domain will be that, but your range will be, see, it will be from your minus infinity to 1 union to 1 comma infinity. Just note it down everything. No need of going so deep. Okay, even if I teach you so deep, you won't understand much. You can, but still that is not needed. Maulai. So you can see this range as minus infinity to -1 union 1 infinity, means your minus infinity and infinity it becomes an open interval, just a -1 and 1 closed interval. So between this you can take it as a range. Same goes for your sec x. It is 1 by cos x, and this shouldn't be equal to your odd multiple. So your domain will be real numbers except that, and your range same as minus infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity. Then I have said you to already write all the formulas, even your complementary angles like sine of 90 degree minus x, cos of 90 degree minus x, everything. Once again, I won't give you that all. Okay, you have to write everything in your formula notes and keep it ready. Just these 3 formulas I have written because I need to use this in your problematic part. So this is basic sine square plus cos x square is equal to 1. In this, if we want to find sine, means how we do 1 minus cos x square. So using this, 1 plus tan x square is equal to sec x square, 1 plus cot x square is equal to cos x square. So we can see how we can solve the problems and what all questions they'll ask. Just pause the video to note it down. So this one note you take, this you know, but still, see, any non-zero number divided by 0, what it will be? Not defined. Not defined means infinity, which is equal to infinity. Means that is, if you have 1 divided by 0, if you get, that will be directly infinity. Okay, and you have 0 divided by any non-zero number, that will be 0. For example, if you have 0 divided by 2, this will be 0 only. Okay, just remember this part. Even if your table, please, your table you keep ready, and you should know that table, as you have already studied in your 10th also. So we'll see one example before heading to exercise. Here the examples are, when they have given, if for cos x is equal to minus 3 by 5. Minus 3 by 5, y means x is what, your angle, right? They are mentioning here what x lies in your third quadrant. We have already done, yes, your first, your second, your third, your fourth. You have to remember this, the quadrant part and its signs, in which quadrant what will be sign. Okay, find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions. They have given one trigonometric and they are asking you to find the others. So we'll make use of this quadrant signs and even the formulas, the 3 formulas which I gave you standard. So we will see it. So first they have given cos x, what they have given, minus 3 by 5, as your x lies in your third quadrant. They are telling, in third quadrant, you know, only tan and cot is positive, rest everything is negative. As you know, if you want, you can do it here, quadrant. Okay, see like this, your first, in your first, all is positive. In your second, what is positive? In your second, it is sine with that cosec. In your third, tan with that cot. In your fourth, it is cos with that sec, right? This you have to remember. You can remember, if you want, the first alphabets A, S, T, C. You can remember in such a way. If you can't remember everything, you can write A, S, T, C. Only the first letters. So you should understand, first quadrant all is positive, second quadrant only sine is positive and related to sine, obvious, that will be positive. Third quadrant only tan is positive and related to tan, that is cot, that is positive. In fourth, cos is positive. If you want, do this CS, okay, because cot also will be there, you can get confused. So CS you can do, small s, hyphen s, you can do it. You can remember like that. So now we'll solve the problem. See, we have cos x is equal to minus 3 by 5. They are telling it is lying in third quadrant. So your cos x is negative. Your reciprocal of cos x is what? Sec x is, right? We can write like this. From this we can find sec x is equal to 1 by cos x. Okay. So your cos x is what? 1 by minus 3 by 5. You can see your cos x is minus 3 by 5. So sec x will be reciprocal. It will be minus 5 by 3. So from here you have got sec x. Okay, so you have got sec x is equal to minus 3 by 5. Now left is your sine, your cot, your tan and your cosec. So as you can see, I have used the formulas you know, as your sine square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. You have one this formula, either you can use this or you can go for your 1 plus tan square x also, and you have, because you have got sec x, here you have got cos x, any this both, and you can find the other. So here I have to find for what? Sine I need, right? So sine square x will be what? 1 minus cos square x. So you can take sine square x is equal to 1 minus, what is our cos x? Cos x is minus 3 by 5. So cos square x will be minus 3 by 5 whole square, right? Your cos square x is minus 3 by 5 whole square. Here on I am writing. So yes, minus 3 square is 9. This minus also turns to positive, and 5 square is 25. So you get minus 1, 9 by 25. So you just take the LCM. What you'll get? Sine square x will be 25 minus 9. Yes, you have, see, at 25 minus 9 you get 16 by 25. You get 16 by 25. Just take this LCM, right? Simplify this part. Again, that also I won't simplify. Such silly thing. So yes, sine x will be, this is sine square x. Your sine x will be, yes, your sine x will be root of 16 by 25. So this you'll get sine x. When it is root means both will come plus or minus sign both comes, right? So your 16 root is 4 and 25 is 5. So sine x is equal to, see here you are getting both plus or minus root 5. But here what you will take, which sign you will take, that depends on the question which they have given. Your question they have given x lies in third quadrant, right? Your x is lying in your, see the question they have given, x lies in third quadrant. And when you can see in your third quadrant, except tan and cot, everything is negative. So here sine our, it will be negative only. So we will take, therefore, so here I have taken sine x is equal to minus 4 by 5. Why? Because x lies in third quadrant they have given. So see, you have got cos, you have got sec, sine you have got, sine you have got means cosec is reciprocal of sine only, right? So cosec x, how you will find? Cosec x is equal to 1 by sine x. So same way 1 by minus 4 by 5. So cosec x is minus 5 by 4. So this is your cosec x. Simple. You have got cos, you have got sine. With that help you can find your tan and your cot. Now you need to find tan. Tan is what? Sine by cos. What is our sine? Sine is minus 4 by 5. So you get minus 4 by 5 sine. Then again divided by cos. Cos value what you are getting? Minus 3 by 5. Already cos they have given. So cos is minus 3 by 5. So if we simplify it, you'll get, I'm writing your side only, okay? If you want you can write stepwise. Minus 4 by 5. Reciprocal means how it becomes? 5 by 3 minus only. Yes, this becomes reciprocal, right? When it goes here, 5 will be up and your 3 will be down. So your plus 5, 5 get cancels, your minus sign gets cancels, and at last you'll get 4 by 3. See, you got in positive only, right? As you know already, third quadrant tan is positive. You can write therefore tan x is equal to 4 by 3. If you have got tan, cot also you can go for cos by sine, or else simple, because cot is a reciprocal of sine, right? So you get 3 by 4 you will get for cot. Here only shall I write? Okay, cot x, is it? Cot x is equal to 1 by tan x. Yes, so 1 by 4 by 3, this becomes 3 by 4. So simple. So cot x is equal to, you are getting 3 by 4, right? Cot x is equal to 3 by 4. So in such a way you have to solve your problems. Okay, you have got sine, any one angle they'll give and they'll tell where the x lies. So considering that, we can use it, and you can use this identities and find the other parts. Okay, we'll see now exercise part. Just pause the video to note this everything from the start. Okay, just pause it to note it down. Exercise 3.2, same they are telling find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions. So I've taken second one, sin x equal to 3 by 5, and they are telling x lies in second quadrant. So as we know, second quadrant, here on it is sin and cosec is positive, rest others is negative. So they have given sin, we can easily find cosec, reciprocal of sin is our cosec. Same using the formula, sin x square plus cosec square is equal to 1. So here we have to find cosec square because sin they have given, so it will be cosec square. Keep your cosec square to left hand side, send your sin to your right hand side, so 1 minus sin x square. So this is 1 minus sine value is what? 3 by 5. Yes. So 3 square is 9 by 25. So 9 by 25 means 25 minus 9 is 16. So you get a 16 by 25 cosec square. Now we have to find cos both, so you have to take root, right? So this also will be 16 by 25. If you open up, you will get plus or minus 4 by 5, right? Plus or minus 4 by 5. So your cos x is equal to plus or minus 4 by 5. See your x, check your x also now. Before writing your cos value, check your x. X lies in second quadrant, and in your second quadrant, except sine and cos, everything is negative. So cos will get minus 4 by 5. If you have got cos, there is no difficulty to find sec. Sec is reciprocal of cos, so it will be minus 5 by 4. Directly I have written minus 5 by 4. Okay. Your cos square, it will be this, you are understanding now. When you take cos means the root goes to the other side. This 2 becomes here square. If you don't understand like this, you can write taking square on both the sides. You can do like this. Now see, if you have here x square and x, you can write taking square on both side. Okay, taking square root, now it is taking square root on both the sides you can do. So this becomes what? Root of x square, and this becomes your root x. So this root and this 2 get cancels. Either you can do like this if you don't understand this way. So whenever, if you have cos or anything, x raised to square whatever, if you want to just find the x means this square part, you have to take it to the your right hand side question, and that square turns into root for that question. Just simple. In easy, we don't write all this directly, we write it cos x is equal to root of 16 by 5. So sec x we have got minus 5 by 4. So now you have to find tan x. What is your tan x? Tan x is your sin x by cos x. So basically what is your sin x? Sin x is 3 by 5. I'll write here only into, because this again I have to take reciprocal only. Cos x, you see cos x you have got minus 4 by 5. Okay, here you will write minus 4 by 5. So when it goes here, it becomes minus 5 by 4. Okay, minus 5 by 4. When it goes to the up, it becomes minus 5 by 4, right? So this 5 get cancels, and you'll be left with minus 3 by 4. As you can see in your second quadrant, it is tan is negative only. So therefore tan x you have got minus 3 by 4. So cot x is reciprocal of this. This will be minus tan x you have got minus 3 by 4. Cot x is reciprocal of tan x, that you get minus 4 by 3. Okay, so you have got all 5 other quadrants using this. I hope you have understood. Just pause the video to note it down. Next question we'll take, fifth one I have taken, tan x is equal to minus 5 by 2 as your x lies in second quadrant. So we have tan x, you are writing. Tan x means its reciprocal is cot x. So directly from this cot x I will get one trigonometric function, that is cot x is reciprocal of this is minus 12 by 5. Again and again I am not writing cot is equal to 1 by tan, nothing. Just in your one problem I have explained you. Here I am writing directly. Now see, in this now which identity you have to use? You have to be ready with the identities, okay, by heart it. Here tan they have given, so we have this identity 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x. So we will substitute our tan value. Tan how much we have got? Minus 5 by 12 whole square. From this we will get secant square x. Here only I will write. So 1, this will be plus only, 5 5 are 25, 12 are 144. So you get secant square. Now take the LCM, simplify it. 144 plus 25, whatever you get, then it will be divided by 25 only, divided by 144. So therefore secant square you will get 169 by 144. Now secant x you have to find, so this becomes root. Okay, that means I have just taking square root on both the sides. If you don't understand, then you can write this. Okay, so this becomes, if you take here square root, for this question I will show you once, secant square x, and this will be square root 169 by 144. So this square and this get cancelled, so you will be having sec x is equal to root of 169 by 144. Okay, if directly I am writing like this means you should understand that we have taken this method. While doing practicing you will come to know. So root of 169 by 144, 169 is which square root? Is it is 13, but here it comes plus or minus, because when you square root, when it opens it becomes plus on both the values it's sec, and 144 you have seen 12. But x quadrant, they are telling x quadrant lies in second. Yes, so x they are telling it lies in second quadrant, and in second quadrant we know only sine and cosec is positive, so obvious our sec we get negative, so it is minus 13 by 12. If you have got here sec, you can get the cosec, right? Cosec is reciprocal of this only, cos. So cos x will be minus 12 by 13. Simple, right? When you get cos, its reciprocal is sec x, its reciprocal is cos. It is interlinked. You have got sec, you have got cos. Now we need to just find sine. So sine, how you will find? See, as we know, tan x is equal to sin x by cos x, right? You have tan, you have cos, you have to find sine. So multiplication, right? So therefore sin x, how you will get? Tan x into cos x. Tan x into cos x. So put the values. So tan x value is minus 5 by 12, cos x is minus 12 by 13, 12 ones are 12 ones are get cancels, minus minus becomes plus. So your, in short, sin x is 5 by 13. Yes, so you get sin x is equal to 5 by 13. If you get sin x means cosec is very easy. Cosec is reciprocal of your sin x, it is 13 by 5. So as you can see, your sine and cosec you have got positive, rest all it is negative. Just pause the video to note it down. It is very simple. Just focus it and solve the problem, students. Now next problem. See, this is a different set of 5 questions they have given. Here they are telling find the values of trigonometric functions, and they have given degrees, very large degrees they have given. So whenever you have such questions, so this part identities I had given you, sine of 2n pi plus x is equal to sin x, cos of 2n pi plus x is equal to cos x. 2n pi radian in a degree, it is 360 degree into n, means you should take your 360 degree because as you have done that part for your cos pi, for your cos 2 pi, sin x 2 pi, we showed you a unit circle, right? So every 2 pi na it repeats, the circle repeats. So at the end we had taken this sine of 2n pi plus something again. For 2 pi means one whole complete rotation it taking one complete rotation, and again one angle comes, that we take x. Taking one complete rotation, if two angles, if it is again increase, we take it as 2x. So at the end we had given in general 2n pi plus x, whatever you take, it is sin x. So in this, your 2n pi or your 360 degree into n is considered, can be considered as 0. We will not take it as 0 but consider, because ultimately see here, sine of 2n pi plus x, you are getting sin x only, right? So directly sin x you are getting. So for this angles we break it how? 360 into n, and then remaining what it is that we have to add it. See, for your large angle, how we'll break, we'll do it 360 into n, okay, 360 n, and plus how much is the remaining, like that value, if you add you'll get the correct value, so that when you apply sine or cos you should get just x value, because for that you'll get the answer, okay. In this way you have to do. So now we will see how we'll solve it. So solution. So you have, we have cosec x is, right? Cosec of minus 1410 degree it is. So you have to check, like for what multiple, how it will be. Like suppose see 360 into n you have to do, right? 360 into n. So you have to be check 360 into 2, like this you have to check it. 360 into 2 you should do and see how much you'll get. Nearby values we will just go. So if I consider 360 into 4, I'll get 0, yeah, I get 1440. Okay, see, I will get here 1440, but here cosec you have minus 1410. So this I can write as 1140 minus 1140 plus 30, right? Because at the end for 30 angle I know. For 30, what is my value I know, right? 0 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree, 45 degree. You have to make sure that you get in that part. Whichever values, you know, the table which I have said you should write it down, you should note it, you have to by heart it that table. So, because we have angle for that values you have. So, I will write cosec, cosec, this minus 140, how I can write minus 1440, no, wait, this step don't want, I didn't write this step, you can see me, right? Cosec into minus 360 degree into 4 plus 30 degree. Okay, minus 360 degree into 4 plus 30 degree. Okay, because this only we get 1440, and you can see we are considering this 360 into n or 2n pi to be 0, right? We are considering 2n pi or 360 into n as 0. So this will be considered as 0, this part, and directly we have cos of 30 degree, cosec. So you have cosec of 30 degree. So you get cosec 30 degree. See, if you don't remember the value, because directly I know now cosec 30 is equal to 2. If you don't remember, you can convert cosec as 1 by sine 30. Okay, sine 30 degree, so you know sine 30 is what? 1 by 2, right? 1 divided by 1 by 2. So cosec will be directly 2. Okay, so your cosec of minus 1410 will be 2. So answer is to understand how you have to do, you have to just break the large degrees, 360 into multiple plus adding it. Okay. So now you have one more 8th problem, tan 19 pi by 3. So this is also same way. You have to make how multiple of 2 pi n, like this it should be, right? 2 pi n plus the value x, then only you get sine of, if you get 2n pi, you have to do 2 pi multiple of n and plus x, you will get sine x value or cos x or tan x. Tan x also will be the same. You have to just make it multiple of that. Okay. So now you have here, can write, we have tan of 19 pi by 3. So this 19 pi by 3, how we can break out? Where shall I write? I'll write here. If you want, you can write here only, but better I will write here. See in your reference, 19 pi by 3. So for 19 I can write 6 pi plus pi by 3. Yes, here now you have to write in radian only, because in radian they have given pi by 3 you have to get. In your previous it was in degree. Yes, so we had taken 360 into n. Now it is in a pi in radian, so you have to take 2 pi into n. So here you see 6 3 is 18 plus 1 19 pi it will be. So this 2 pi how we can, this 6 pi how I can do? 2 pi into 3 means I will get 6 pi only, na? You are understanding, right? 6 pi also it will be 2 pi into 3. So this is 2 pi into n. It is in that conversion only. So directly I can write tan 19 pi by 3, I can write it as 2 pi into 3 plus pi by 3. So this is what mine? Tan pi by 3 directly, because for your 0, for your pi by 6, for your pi by 4, for your pi by 3, we have the values. Yes, we have all that values. I have said you for your degree and your radian, your that table's value remains the same. So you get tan pi by 3. What is your tan pi by 3? Yes, tan pi by 3 value is root 3. So this is your answer. Simple. Just remember that table and just split it off. Splitting it off in terms of your 2 pi into n. If it is in degree means 360 into n. Just splitting that term and getting the values. So same next question, you have sine minus 11 pi by 3. So 11 pi by 3, how you will minus it is, how you will break it off. This I can take 4 pi plus pi by 3, this is minus, here I can take minus, see 3 4s are 12, 12 minus 12 plus 1 it is minus 12. This is also multiple of 2 pi into n only, right? 2 pi into n only, where your n is what? Minus 2. So this I can break and I can write minus 4 pi plus pi by 3 directly I can write, or else in terms of 2n multiple means it will be 2 pi into minus 2 plus pi by 3. Whatever it is you are getting here 2n pi plus x it is, so that ends up to sine x on the, okay, that's end up to sine x. So sine pi by 3, sine pi by 3 value is what? Root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2. Simple way. Okay. I hope you have understood. Just please note it down everything. Pause the video for everything, you note it down. Don't get confused. Simple it is. Just remember the quadrant sign. That is only too much for you, and just breaking this. Okay, that is enough. Don't go so much detail if you don't understand. It's okay. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.